My
We're back.
body is a cage. Okay, yeah. Games questions. I got a different dungeon crawling game called My Body is a Cage, and the idea of it's a slice of life game, but then you dream and go to a dungeon. And so the stuff you do in your daytime work pumps your dungeoning class.
I like it.
So like if you argue with your boss, you get better fighter bonuses because you like did a fightery thing in your life.
Hmm.
I think that's just a catalyst for workplace violence. I don't know if I'm for this. I'll get richer in my exploits if I confront the HR lady about being a bitch.
Yep. Yeah, but then in your dreams, you go on a dungeon to crawl to escape your normal life.
It almost reminds me kind of a Blades, kind of like you have your score and your downtime actions, kind of.
It's very heavily influenced by
dichotomy.
like Persona.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
There we go. Okay. Well, should we get back to it then?
Oh, we can
Yes,
stall until the bees die.
Let's get into your Oprah trap.
Yeah. We just all know the meme. It's not even like she ever did bees.
Wasn't that like one of the scary movies or something? I don't remember what did that. Or was that just a photo?
Wicker Man.
Wicker Man?
Oh, it's
Nicolas
not the
Cage.
bees! Not the
It's
bees!
Nicolas Cage, and he's like, there's bees in it.
Oh,
Nicolas
They just made
Cage
that.
is.
Nicolas Cage is a blessing.
He's been in so many movies, and
Yeah, because he owes
there's
money to the IRS.
there's a real like up and down quality of Nicolas Cage movies. The more trouble with the IRS Nicolas Cage is, the worse the movie he's in.
But the better
Yep.
the experience is.
Yeah,
better the
they're all
memes
good.
are.
They're all good, but the better the movie, the less trouble with the IRS Nicolas Cage is in.
Yep.
Because he'll just say yes to a movie because he needs money.
Yep.
Just the fact that
Because he spent it all on illegal dinosaur bones.
Yeah. Or stuff like that.
just the fact that there was an entire episode of Community, a subplot devoted to how fucked up Nicolas Cage is as an actor.
I mean, he has a tomb in New Orleans. I've seen it from the highway. It's just like a white pyramid.
That
No
sounds
way,
right.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I heard this already. He bought a tomb for himself for when he dies.
I mean, it's
That's
what
pretty
you have
normal
to
for-
do if you want a tomb.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
you-
not
wanting
one
the
of
tomb is the weird part.
It is.
Yeah.
You cannot expect your mom or your children to build you a tomb,
Especially a
post-mortem.
pyramid.
Yeah, the best you're gonna get is a mausoleum, but a tomb is a lot.
Now,
I googled this. It shows pictures of the tomb and then like where his name would go. Like there's like lipstick kisses on it.
Good.
not surprised. Someone is gonna dungeon delve that tomb in the future.
It's not that big.
He's gonna hide the Declaration of Independence there.
So
See, I wouldn't necessarily be against a tomb as long as like you put diamonds in my eyes, so eventually there's a skull with diamonds in the eyes in there. And,
yes, it has to be something worth looting.
Or they cast you in bronze inside the tomb as a switcheroo. So they think it's just a sculpture of you inside the tomb,
It's
and there's just
actually
an
you.
empty sarcophagus filled with like blades or something.
This is how the Egyptians did it. They were just fucking with the rest of us.
Okay. So, Killian, you get to move for free once as you're 19, if you want to.
Mhm.
Just like, I'm out of
Yep.
here.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You can move yourself a step back.
Bye-bye.
And then it's both Killian and Azur's turn. One of you can go before the other.
So I learned that fleet of foot would indeed let me move a long distance for one turn. So, bye.
Come
Sorry, guys.
on!
I can't punch bees.
You can. You literally can.
You could try.
Also,
I don't trust
I will
bees, and I don't trust Spencer.
I will slightly revise the thing I said. The bugs are in fact small, not large, but there are many of them.
Okay, but that makes
Better.
us feel so
That's
much
not
better.
better.
Good. You mean they can actually get into our clothes now with little effort?
Yes.
Hey, great. On that note, I'm turning invisible.
Fair. Fair.
This is my go-to thing. I will be invisible as much as possible for the rest of the campaign.
It's worked well so far. Okay. On the NPCs' turns, as I described, firstly, Thunk is going to panic and run back up the stairs towards you guys. And the swarms will move towards you. One of the swarms will attempt to, let's say, surround and cover Finley.
No.
Engulf.
Engulf Finley.
And I push Finley out of the way.
You can, if you'd like to.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And they land on you. You, as they are this close to you, you can now see each of these are they're like a large. I'd call them hornet-sized, actually.
No, you did not put murder hornets in this game.
And they're a bit more interesting than murder hornets.
That's just what murder hornets needed was personality.
In the middle of your panic, you can't help but notice with your high intellect that they have 7 legs and 5 wings and are semi-transparent, almost ghost-like. That doesn't stop them from trying to bite you.
Ghost
Ghost bees.
What?
Yep.
I am out.
Hundreds of tiny bites and stings. They will attack you. How do you defend yourself?
I would like to just explode with blood.
Just
So little needles out of your pores?
Yeah, little blood needles out of my pores that try and stick them before they stick me.
I hate to add a roll in here, but is there not a roll to actually try and take the attack, or no?
There's no roll to try and take the attack. It's just that the defense is harder if you try and take an attack.
Yeah. Is that intellect?
I think this is still a physical defense. They're physically attacking you.
Okay.
Speed. How fast can you pump your heart?
No.
No, they're dealing physical damage, but I think I could see this being an intellect defense, because that is how it works. So yes, you can use intellect to defend yourself. It's difficulty 5, up to 7 because of the 2 difficulty from taking someone else's attack.
Okay. I don't think I will spend the effort to try and make this easier, because I think I'm just gonna fail anyway.
Okay.
So 7? That's bad.
That's the worst it could possibly be.
Can I spend XP to re-roll, or is that a specific thing?
You can spend XP to re-roll. You can also spend effort to re-roll.
Ooh,
because you didn't spend effort on so far.
You can't spend effort in combat.
Oh, right. My mistake. Yep.
I will spend 1 of my 2 XP to make that not a 1.
Hopefully. Probably.
It's an 8.
Okay. Cool. So they merely hit you for a normal amount.
Yes.
But yes, as they start biting you and stinging you, you take 5 damage.
I take 1 damage because I get 2 armor from step in front. I have 1 armor and I absorb 1 damage.
Perfect. Then yes, you take 1 damage, as even though they hit you, your defense is strong against them.
Why am I the one opening doors, but you're the one who is
I
magic
could only
on
do that once per rest.
All right.
Okay. Since they were since Finley is still an open target and they seem to be enamored with the scent of shark, the second swarm will attack Finley.
I saved you from 1, buddy.
And
fine. How much damage did they do?
They dealt
5.
5.
Oh, come on!
Yep.
You have armor and stuff, right?
1.
How much might do you have left?
4.
And 1 armor.
Does damage actually have to go to might?
It depends on the type of damage. It tends to default to might, and these guys are specifically just doing like physical wounds, just hundreds of tiny ones.
Okay.
So they're not. It is might damage.
I was just wondering when speed becomes a hit.
It's rare.
Point pool you can use.
In general, it's poisons or things that affect your control over your body, or some other weirdness.
Okay.
But speed is actually, I would say, even rarer than intellect damage, so far at least.
Speed seems to basically be the pool you use for defense and effort on that.
Starts
okay,
at
so
5.
that's the trade-off, right? You spend it to not get hit, not to. Okay.
Yep. More commonly. Yes, difficulty 5 to defend. You are now specialized, I believe, in melee defense, which lowers it to.
So I go to 3 because I'm just hard to touch.
Yep, you have thick scales, so it's hard for them to bite through them.
No, we found out they're not like scales; they're closer to teeth.
Thick teeth. Yes, they're biting your teeth.
Scale teeth.
Yeah, somewhere in between. All right.
Are you spending effort, or how are you trying to get?
Effort's a real gamble here.
You could. Oh, you're only trained in or specialized in might defense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Go for it.
3 is a 50-50-ish.
60-40 to succeed.
You didn't declare it, but would you have turned on the sheen after you got shot? Because that'll drop it.
Do it on my turn.
Okay. Then yeah, no. I think if you're not spending effort, then that's that.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if you do spend, you lose all of your might anyway, so you might as well spend the effort. If you.
That's a good point. I spent the 3 effort, bringing me to 1 might for a standard defense roll. And if I die, it's someone else's fault.
And now it's 6. 6 target number difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't touch me because I'm real tough.
Is 18 a thing on defense or just attack?
Let's check. I always forget.
Special rolls right at the beginning.
Okay. While you check. Oh wait, the NPCs are actually done. While you check, Horatius and Finley can go.
I can't move and attack. I can only move or attack, right?
Yeah. It's the swarms can only do it because they can basically bypass the stairs. So even if you manage to lure them to a different area where it's less vertical, they won't be able to even then.
It is only on an attack that's 17 or 18 matter.
Okay. Wait, 17 as well? Oh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Would I know if I used my gravity changer? Would that affect the bees at all? Would they get out of whack?
You don't know that for sure. You know that as much as we know that, and that is, maybe? They fly.
Per the grab weight, the bees would be more susceptible to it because they're weaker as an individual unit.
That makes sense to me.
Honeybees unable to fly normally and tumble in weightlessness, according to actual physics.
But it's not weightlessness, it's that gravity is the other direction.
Well, I can change it up to 7 times.
Well, my point is, if you use it, you could just turn it down real low so we can get away.
I changed the direction of gravity.
Slam them against the wall for a bit. Well, it would be disorienting.
Flying
yeah, I'd say it's a stun, at least, yeah.
Do you want to try that?
But we would be affected by it, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say get out of there, and I will give it a shot. Though, would I have to huck the thing further first?
Will you, plant it?
How much?
It's the space in between 2 plates. So it's like you need...
Oh, is it between 2 plates?
I think so.
Once placed, the plates change the direction of gravity within an area up to a short distance in diameter.
Oh, okay. So it's just around them. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'd be basically most of this part of the stairwell that everyone is in, except for Azur.
Oh, well, you're thinking I'm going to shark jump as far as I can away.
Okay, perfect.
And bend my knees. I spend 2 speed to just
Double move.
rocket shark out of there.
Perfect.
Oh wait, can I spend speed effort to move?
You can spend speed
more?
effort to move
Oh,
multiple
okay, I'll do that.
units of distance in one movement action, yeah.
Oh, I was on
What?
the free draw thing still.
Yep. Perfect. So you just leap up.
Beep, beep.
I would like to So you know how like Scarlet Witch in the MCU throws like her red energy and that blasts her up? It's that but blood. It's that but blood.
You just vomit and it propels you outwards.
No, I
Vomit
throw my
blood.
hands down and it's like
Oh,
a
well, you
jet
can
of
vomit
blood.
blood.
We're gonna need to
No.
get you some
I was
statins,
about to
work on that
say,
blood pressure a little bit.
yeah. Okay, so you're both moving. It would still
Yes! Relieving Thunk is bait.
Yeah, no, I'm telling Thunk. No wait, can I get the thing from Thunk before I leave? Can I be like,
would be
quick?
an action.
It would be an action to do that.
You can ask him for
You
it.
can ask him to do it on his action.
Yes,
Throw
and
it
he
to
was
you.
action handing it to you and
was
then
the throw it to me to teleport thing.
Yeah, I'll tell him. I'm going to get away, but throw it to me on your turn, and I can get you out of there. I know how to activate it.
Cool.
Yep, and then I'll go. Pss. Like I'll save us both.
Okay. Excellent. We'll see what he does. Killian and Azure, what are you doing?
The first
Open the
thing is
door.
probably see if the door opens.
The door opens. It is unlocked.
Yeah, I'm gonna move through it. We'll see what's on the other side and if we're running into a fire. Non-literally.
Perfect.
Yep.
It's not
I'm gonna
trapped.
spend the effort.
You move
and be
through
right
it,
behind.
and you are. Let's see where you get to later, but you're not in danger, is what I would say. I'll let you know what you see afterwards.
Killian, where did you end up?
Followed you.
I'm spending the effort to move further, and I'm just after you open the door, I'm coming right in with you.
Okay,
And
Alright.
perfect.
Getting ready to shut the door.
So
Yeah.
Thunk looks at you with pleading eyes, Horatius, and says, "Okay, I'll teleport you. Teleport me to you." And he spends his action to throw you the rickrolling crystal.
I'm never gonna kiss you.
That's what we're doing. We're letting him down.
Well, if he dies on his turn right now, then I'm scot-free. I don't have any bad juju.
One of the swarms.
The swarms are all near him.
The swarms are all
Yeah.
near him and not in range of anyone else anymore. They will both turn on him.
Please just kill him and then we're
Oh
good.
God, you bastards! You bastards! Oh no! You
And
killed me.
I'm comparing health and armor to have a typical flock to how much damage both of these guys do together. And yes, that is exactly enough to kill him.
Ow.
So
Listen,
Horatius,
he couldn't have gotten away anyway.
you watch in horror as the bugs bite and eat him. And I'm not going to be more explicit than this because, but they enter his body. When they
The
kill him.
loot go through the door on
Yeah.
my turn.
He's screaming and says, "Yeah, teleport me!
He starts
Teleport
screaming, and then the
me!"
bees fly in.
Yeah, in through his beak.
Headcanon that was played by Nick Cage.
We end the combat with, I assume, Horatius and Finley going
I'm
to the door
not
and
hanging
closing
out.
it, and closing it
I'm not
behind
hanging
them.
out in the bee room.
Finley goes
no.
first, and then I close the door behind us and go, well, he didn't make it.
I'm just bleeding more.
Perfect. And that's
what?
Yeah, what do we see?
You enter a room full of honeycombs.
no.
God.
As you turn around, you find yourself in a drab office corner hallway. You can't see a lot, but you do. As you slam the door behind you and the buzzing fades out, you see. It's completely dark. And I guess the torch. You have the glow globe with you, right?
I'm still on fire.
Oh, right, you're on fire. Okay, cool.
I have my
sorry.
torch as well.
Cool.
Torches,
You're in sort of an office like corner hallway with that drab gray carpet that is everywhere. But
Question.
you hear, yes.
How does invisibility and a torch work? Does the empty space emit light?
The way I'm reading it, because all of my equipment disappears with me.
You only emit light while you're visible and not invisible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, but the light's not part of the equipment. It's a byproduct of the burning torch.
Yeah, but if I had
So
like
is
a
color of
PDA or something that was casting light out, that would be invisible too. So.
technically, all you see is the light reflected off of an object. So if you're invisible, yeah, I think it's similar enough.
It turns the light invisible.
No, you all hear the sound of probably dozens or hundreds of people talking quietly, all at once, and the sounds of occasionally rhythmic beeping machines. Killian, you would register it as like stock audio footage for background office noise.
Okay. Now, me as a player, I'm looking for floating bodies and and weird shit going on, anything like that. But
Indeed.
But
Eat a nap.
You're sort of in a corner. You can't see, like, it's just the it's one of those like short hallways. There's above you is like, it says like fire escape on it, even though it goes up, not down.
So is the sound emanating from any particular direction, or is it just omnipresent?
You are in the corner of what feels like, based on the soundscape, a larger room that is obfuscated by these cubicle-like walls. And you are in a corner that is mostly blocked by those walls, so you can't see much of the room unless you just go a bit ahead and look around.
But it's not like, because we've encountered some psychic nonsense, it's not.
It is.
There's a direction.
You are actually hearing it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm with Finley on this one. Let's shove something under the door so the bees can't sneak through and take a nap for a little bit.
I mean, I want to see where that sound's coming from before anybody goes unconscious.
Well, it's only an hour.
But I can go invisible and just peek.
We're
gonna rest anyway. It only lasts for a turn.
Yeah, so it'll be for a short time, but you can use that to like run between hiding spots if you need to. Okay, I would treat that as an asset to scout ahead if you want to roll.
Okay. Sure.
Difficulty in this case would be 3.
All right, so that's down to 2 with the invisibility asset. Perception brings it down to a 1. Should be fine.
Okay.
Yep.
As you proceed forward, you find yourself in a large, sprawling office space filled with rows upon rows of tables and desks. At the desks are classic, like, 2000s era looking computer desktops, office chairs, and people sitting on headsets trying to sell products over the phone. And all of them are ghostly and transparent.
Telemarketers of the damned.
The cubicles and the desks are not ghostly, but the computers on them, the people, and even the office chairs are.
So I'm expecting to find the manager in their office, and they're like Davy Jones from the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, just like the office equivalent.
And you actually probably notice that they don't seem to react to your presence. As part of, like, when you're, during the times you're invisible, you probably still have, like, a torch or something with you to be able to see. They don't even, like, look in its direction, even if you, like, shine it right on them.
Okay.
So they don't seem to either be able to notice you, or something has them so preoccupied, but yeah. And they just keep calling people and trying to sell them things.
Is there anything in particular they're trying to sell?
No. Pretty much every time you hear them talk about something, it's a different product from the last time.
All right. I will go back and report to the group that it's safe to rest here, but it's weird. It's fucked, but it's safe.
Still stuff the sleeping roll into the door slightly, just so that they aren't coming through.
Oh, that might you do that.
Hour nap.
I think weird and fucked, but safe is like this whole world. So, well, the safe places in the world.
Okay.
All right, so we're taking our hour rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
What do we do for that again?
Recovery roll.
Make a recovery roll.
Yeah.
3.
Perfect.
How did you get the +2?
Because I have a buff. It's 1 from being tier 1, and then I have the ability healthy, add 1 point to recovery goals.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yes.
Ha! Okay.
I figure it'd be helpful being a very tanky character to have something to help.
Yep.
Full health.
Sometime during your rest, this has windows, occasionally, though many of the walls on the perimeter seem to be filled with, like, offices, like personal office space. But there is the occasional window, and the one closest to you, you hear something, like, slam into it, and then you hear scratching at the window for a few seconds before it stops.
Can we see through the window to see what it is?
Yeah, if you go up to it, you see a red-eyed, robotic, bird-like creature trying to get in through the window. But when it sees that you see it, it scrambles away and leaves.
All right, undead, scary birds. I played Resident Evil. We need to leave.
Well, let's at least ransack the office first.
Can I try to salvage anything? I want to like pick through this office space a bit.
Okay, perfect. Please, can you roll? How much? We are. 1d100 and 1d3. You find 7 shins worth of equipment, but 3 ciphers.
Oh my god.
Why are there just ciphers everywhere?
Oh, that's how ciphers work. Most loot tables for monsters say, like, you find shins and also a DX of ciphers. Like, that is how...
How is there so little money here? I'm just gonna hold on to the money, by the way. I found the money, it's mine.
No, that's fair.
Okay, 3d200. Let's see if some more ciphers.
Well, I've used 1 cipher since the last time we got some.
I have not.
There are so many. 80. We've seen an 86. Hold on. It doesn't mean you don't find it. You do find it.
Another gravity changer?
Please no.
It might be. Let me... There we go.
Without 89, it's gravity changer.
Okay, 86 is not a gravity changer. It is what is called a strength boost. That's the good news.
Ooh.
It adds 1 to your might edge for 1 hour. If you roll a d6 plus 2, and let me know what level it is, it might do more if it's level 5 or higher. D6 plus 2. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
So then it adds 2 to your might edge instead of 1.
Oh,
Wow.
cool. Yeah. I would like to slap on. I'm gonna. That's mine. That's just mine. Keeping that.
All right.
Are you activating it? Because you can, and we've seen we have problems with holding ciphers.
Yeah.
It's an hour. I am going to activate my knowledge enhancement though, just like use that because that's a 28-hour one.
You can activate the Sheen too and have 2 free slots. That's
Yeah.
a week.
Yes, I do that.
And then we'll have enough free slots among us to actually hold all the ciphers.
The next thing you find is called a mind sled. It is a pill you can take if you fall unconscious. 1 round later, a luminous crystal bloodlessly emerges from your head. It is not considered a cipher. But when it is touched by another creature, the consciousness of the user wakes in the body of that creature. So you can temporarily possess the next person who touches that crystal. That person is basically considered unconscious for that duration. For all intents and purposes, you are considered the new creature in all the ways except personality. You transfer back to your original body 1 day later. If your original body died in the meantime, there is a chance you can remain, but it's usually that your consciousness burns out in the host body. So it is a 1-day possession when you fall unconscious kind of thing.
That's wonderful. But is it just when it's on you, this happens?
You take the pill, and then...
Okay.
Oh, it's not when you fall unconscious. You take the pill, and then and then you fall unconscious, and then the crystal appears. So it's that's what
You choose to have it happen.
Yeah, you take the pill as an action, and then you fall unconscious and sprout a crystal that is your mind. And then the next one you find...
Anyone want the mind pill?
I'm kind of curious about it and have a slot if I can keep that for the moment.
You find a small metal box with wheels. When activated, it vastly increases its mass and begins to move forward. Minecart style. It can pull up to 10,000 pounds for 1 hour, moving about 10 feet per round, regardless of terrain within reason, but only in its original direction.
Can we send that through the bird's nest, please?
Girl.
They had their barricades. They won't mean much after that thing.
It can
Building supports tend to be built in a line. Just cruise straight through all the supports and.
Yeah, it is known as a muscle cart.
A muscle cart.
Yep.
So it can hold that much? Does it have that much weight itself? Or
it says
no?
It can pull that much. It doesn't say anything else. I don't think it can like knock over stuff, and it also moves very slowly. So it doesn't have that much force. It just has continual momentum.
Yeah, a lot of torque.
So we attach it to, a
something weighing 10,000 pounds, and then yeah, basically.
Anyone have a free cipher slot?
Yeah, I do, because I used all my juice to make room for these.
All
right.
Perfect.
Then we're full on ciphers already again.
Yep. And you hear a new noise from the distance as you're scavenging around these bodies.
So that one crystal beats the melody.
Never gonna give you up.
This one does the bass line.
Just a sec. Here we go. Yeah, you hear almost what sounds like a mechanical chirp from like elsewhere in the area. And then you see a light from up ahead, a single like blue light from some kind of machine. It isn't like revealing itself, but it is like just coming closer. It chirps once or twice.
Is it in any understandable language?
No, they are. None of you speak machine, so no.
Oh, it's not the fast and slow?
No.
Okay.
The entity approaches, and you see this floating metallic orb with a single blue light, not completely dissimilar from like an oracle from Halo kind of thing in terms of its appearance. But it makes another metal chirp and seems to be looking, quote unquote, at Finley.
Oh no.
It goes, Reclaimer!
It just sort of hovers there in the air, a few feet above, like at eye level.
Reach my hand out.
Yeah, no, it sort of
Pat it?
Yeah. It makes more light and chirping noises, and like you see several other lights, sort of line-shaped lights around the shell of this thing light up, and jubilantly glow and flash on and off.
I would like to yell out for Killian to get your attention.
Yeah.
And I want to like throw it at you.
You want to like pick up the orb thing and throw it at Killian?
Yeah.
Oh no. Killian, what are you up to as part of this?
Well,
assuming we're all not like next to each other.
Yep. I'll catch it. Why not? Why not? Why would this go wrong?
I would like to take 3 big steps away from both of them.
Actually, as I'm considering it to throw it, my knowledge boost gives me training and understanding Numenera.
Do you want to understand it before you throw it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still throwing it.
You're still...
Can I help?
Okay.
No, you're not next
Which
to
one
me.
first? Are you understanding it or throwing it first?
Probably throw and then ponder. If it travels through the air.
Yeah, it chirps and squeals in like panic as you throw it towards Killian. Okay. Killian, you're catching it, you said. Okay, and then let's roll to understand it. Then.
Because I'm not used to having this skill.
Perfect.
This is a cipher powered skill. I'm not used to doing it. It's not my first reaction. I'm throwing it to the.
Okay. This is level 3 to understand something about this entity.
Cool. Then I go down to standard. I go down to 2 because I have the scope.
Nice.
Okay. This, you've probably, some knowledge enters your mind that you don't know about. There are stories of like strange entities or creatures or things that look like creatures sometimes being attracted to or stirred up by the harvesting of ciphers and other oddities and artifacts. You believe that might be why it came to you. But they act unpredictably, and sometimes they can be helpful, sometimes they can be loud if you're trying to be stealthy. They can often be like, continue their chirping and noises and lights. Sometimes they... Yeah, it's there's some theories as to why they are the way they are. Like, they might be like remnant assistants gone haywire or something like that, but it's not fully understood, especially because each one seems to be somewhat different. Unfortunately, Killian, this one, you catch it. The squealing keeps getting higher and higher pitched. And the light turns red, and it starts feeling very warm.
All right. Well, as I was gonna catch it, I was gonna be like, I was gonna treat it basically like a dog and be like, "Who's a boy? Who's a good boy?" Like,
Okay. You can calm it down if you'd like to before it explodes
Yeah.
in panic.
Sure. Why not? I'm not trained in any of that.
Okay. The difficulty here will be 3 to calm it down.
Okay. Difficulty 3. You know what? I'll spend the effort and drop that down to 2.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Perfect.
I didn't realize it was a bulb. What?
I believe the note here says, when startled, panics and explodes.
So hang on 1 second. I gotta check something. But where is it? I should have copied the entire
I mean,
thing.
technically, you're not in combat and could spend effort to re-roll, I guess.
You already spent effort in the thing itself, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I
Hold
have late inspiration. I just have to check something.
Okay.
Where is it?
I have a get out of jail free card for you too, if you want.
Okay, I could just. It's within the past 1 minute. I can retry any task. I just have to spend the intellect points to do so.
Okay.
And it gives me an asset on the roll when I do it.
Oh, nice. So now it's just a 3 or higher.
Now, what it doesn't say, hang on, using the same difficulty and modifiers. Okay, so I don't have to spend the effort again.
Oh, yeah, same modifiers, you're right.
All right, so that would drop it twice down to 1. Yay.
Okay, perfect. So you calm it down.
Don't touch. You remember, as you're patting it, you don't touch the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, who's a good boy?
Yeah. And yes, I think now you know that if this thing is too startled, it will explode, dealing some amount of damage to everyone around it. And as a GM intrusion, I would also like to offer you calm it down so well that it will start following you around, Stealth Man, with its lights
sure.
and burp and chirps and stuff.
Of course. It's fine with me.
Okay, perfect.
I will give XP to Azure because I don't think you've gotten XP this session yet. So
Not yet. Thank you.
The name that many of the salvagers and hunters have given these entities is the Huidit.
Not a cipher sniffer?
It doesn't seem to sniff out ciphers that you haven't salvaged. It's a cipher salvager sniffer.
That's weird.
Yes, it is.
It knows when ciphers have been salvaged.
On the endorphin rush of cipher finding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does a very distinct brainwave pattern when you find one.
Maybe we can use it to find our friend from the last session again.
If someone gets pissy, I'm just gonna throw this bastard at it.
Yeah, just throw it at him.
Yep. It chirps again happily now that it's back to normal.
Can you understand us? Give us 1 chirp for yes, 2 for no.
It doesn't give any chirps.
Okay, cool. He doesn't understand us. We can use him as a bomb for the nest.
Yeah.
We could tie bombs to them to make a bigger bomb.
Tie a bunch of torches and just send them in there.
I just have this image in my head of grabbing this thing, smacking it, and chucking it at people.
Instead of pulling a pin on a grenade, you just go boop and then throw it.
Yeah, press the eye like a button. Okay. So that's what you find.
Cool.
Looking around elsewhere, you find 2 ways to proceed that are very different.
Do some more investigating before we head forward, though.
Okay.
What is with the ghost call center?
Oh, you're interested in that, I see.
Yeah, can we understand what is going on here?
Can we put our heads together after we all spend a little bit of time, like, wandering
Wave
around?
my hand through ghostly heads a
Yeah,
bit.
after we all spend some time investigating the ghost call center area, like we've been doing when I was salvaging, we try to put our heads together to figure out what the hell is going on with the ghost call center.
There's something called a sham wow that they're trying to sell, and it sounds pretty interesting.
I heard slap chop.
Oh, I heard scrub daddy.
What's the vacuum?
Somebody called Billy Mays. I don't know.
I heard a guy say, "Now that's a lot of damage." I don't know.
Pocket fisherman?
I mean, doing more damage would be nice.
Yeah.
The sales call is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Okay. Yes, you can try to roll to understand what in the world is going on here. It is not Numenera specifically.
I can either roll or help here because if I recognized a call center, I'm probably familiar with the pertinent details on the topic. So at least in the mundane world of what call centers are, I can help in that.
You can help in that sense. That's true.
So I'm gonna guess my understanding of Numenera or my book about the Numenera probably won't help.
Not in this case. No, this is also going to be difficulty 4, by the way.
Sorry, I am not built to understand.
I can help?
Just by putting your head together?
Yeah, because I was also, like, digging through boxes and stuff here.
Actually, I do take it back. Understanding of Numenera would help in this case. It is peripheral.
Then I should probably roll.
You could roll.
We steal the Nano's book, because he's not helpful, and use that to help.
Yeah, I'm kind of dumb.
Give me that book.
Here you
Nerd.
I'm not a nerd, I'm just weird.
Okay.
Continues trying to poke the ghost people.
Your hand literally goes through them. Like, you don't feel anything.
So I have help, I have a
slightly
book,
cold, like a ghost.
I have the skill, so I have a 3.
So it goes down to difficulty 1 from 4.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, cool. This is... so, these ghost-like entities can be very dangerous if they notice you. You can see stories, however, in the book of entities that seem like these, though they don't have a name in the book, but they seem to be attracted to quote-unquote trans-dimensional energy. And if you have any... it actually notes, like, be careful around certain types of ciphers, because if you have ciphers, artifacts, or anything that is trans-dimensional in nature, you suspect these ghosts will very quickly stop call centering and start noticing you. And that would be bad. There are dozens of them.
It might be best if we leave.
But they're not reacting to any of us currently, so we can assume that none of our ciphers are good.
As far as
or do you have to activate the cipher for that to happen?
No, it's just having them, and they haven't. No, they don't. You don't.
We should probably leave. It really seems the product they sell is your soul, and they get it from the living.
Yeah, I'd rather not debate whether teleportation is transdimensional or not. So let's go. Let's go before the god changes his mind.
Okay. So there are 2 ways you can go. There is firstly a door that looks very out of place on the other side of this office. It is reinforced with... It's like a reinforced metal door. On both sides of it are the same sign in yellow and black, bold words saying "restricted area." So I know you want to go there.
Ooh.
But also, there is I believe, here we go. Yes, you find in part of the call center a smashed hole in the floor with a rope already tied in, leading down into it, tied to a nearby pillar.
Restricted area?
Oh.
Do you think they color code things around here? Because red and black is bees.
Yellow and black?
Or right, yellow and whatever.
Did the colors
colorblind.
change? You know, we never really know if what we see as red is what everyone else sees as red, because we can only see through our own eyes.
Just ignoring all that, I'm gonna go to the
Can we see anything
area
down
door.
the hole?
Down the hole?
Mhm.
It is pitch dark in there. If you drop a
Yeah,
light
no,
in.
I'm colorblind because I'm a shark. So I'm very confused. Like, it says restricted, meaning that's where the good stuff is.
I guess we can check in there, and I'd assume the team that came before us probably did this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Since,
restricted area.
since there's a sign of people coming through, I have the tracking skill. Can I figure out like how many things went down that hole, or some pertinent details about what put that rope there?
Yes, but because this is in an area that there aren't exactly footprints to be left most of the time, I'd say this is difficulty 6 by default.
Okay. So not worth it yet. Well, let's see what's beyond that door, and maybe situation will change before we go down the hole.
It says restricted, so I would like to danger sense the door.
Okay. That will be difficulty 4.
Helping.
One of our perception boys can help and make it 1.
Okay. Well, that
Cool.
makes it 2 because you have the skill danger sense, right? Yeah, never mind. Okay,
Yeah.
You're good. It's difficulty 1. Good.
Yay.
Damn it.
Our rolls this
It's
time.
still a success, though. Yeah. The door is not trapped. It has been sealed shut.
I'm not checking for traps. I'm checking for danger.
Cool. There is no danger from the door. There is no danger near the door. It seems safe. It seems like if there is danger, it would be further in.
Like you opened the door.
Yes. Cool. You're definitely gonna have to force that door open because it is like sealed.
I will do no such thing. I will go through the doorway.
Perfect. That's still going to be, in this case, difficulty 6. It's
Why is everything so hard here?
No, this one will be 5. This one will be 5.
We could piss off the chirping bot and
It is one
pull
of.
it open.
It is one of. It is almost a bunker door kind of thing.
Well, hardness doesn't matter.
Hardness does. Well, no. Hardness means he's not. Hardness won't ever stop you from rolling.
No, I am hard enough to break anything.
You are hard enough to break anything. Yes. And you can break this.
Okay. I would like to use my pack of light tools to get something to score a shark-shaped hole in the wall before I go through it, so it's a cleaner cut.
Can I give help on that, actually? Because I've got spikes and a hammer.
I was just going to interject as a point of order. There's a handle on this door, right? It's pretty a beefy, like something we could tie a thing to.
It looks
on
like
this door?
there's no handle on it. It looks like it was an automatic door.
Oh, okay. So I was thinking we could like tie something to that 10,000-pound mover and just pull the door off the.
But yes, the hammer and nails or hammer and spikes would help. You can help with that.
In which case, I offer my help.
Does the pack of tools act as an asset as well, in addition to the help?
I would say yes.
Should, yeah.
I don't think the drawing helps, but I do think there are other tools that might help. Just like...
The drawing's mostly flavored, so it starts at
Yes.
6, goes to 5, goes down 2 more to 3.
Yes.
Alright,
Sorry,
I have prepared...
it's down to 2 because I originally said difficulty 6. I revised that to difficulty 5 base. So
okay.
it's now been lowered to difficulty 2.
I give Killian a wink, and I go through the door.
I will be standing next to the hole as this goes down.
Yeah, same.
Perfect.
Through!
I'm next to it.
Excellent. Okay.
I mean,
So you smash the door open, and you find yourself... You smash the door open, you find yourself in, I guess I would call it a checkpoint, with like plexiglass on both sides, and another door just in front of you. Exactly the same. You continue your momentum and smash through that one too, because that would be stupid if you had to roll twice to get through each door. And you are in to the room.
Is it the call center armory? What is this room?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to describe. In front of you, you see on the left and right series of desks with non-ghostly physical computers with more plexiglass leading into a large room ahead with a single door to the side that led into that. Except that the plexiglass has been shattered. All of the tables and have been like thrown away, like in your direction, away from the glass. And many of the computers have been damaged. There are several skeletons scattered around the area. In the large room behind the plexiglass, you can see it's completely white inside with a singular metal door frame.
So this is where the call center developed the T-virus.
I don't think you can... You'd have to get closer before you can... There's more to see, is basically what I'd say.
But... I'll pick way through the doors and follow the shark.
I will, yeah. I'll be scanning for useful things.
Yeah, I will take up the rear and do similar, but also ranged blasts if I need to.
Okay.
Yeah. Cautiously
lead and head
through the
towards
room.
the middle door.
Okay. You see a few things. Firstly, the skeletons, and this whole area looks untouched, which means $signs. Secondly, in the to the side of these rooms, you see what looks like a closed elevator door.
We know not to worry about that.
The other one was, I think, open.
Yeah, this one might actually be an elevator.
And ahead of you, the door frame doesn't seem to just have the room inside it. I think you just see, like, as light brings closer and you illuminate the whiteness of the walls of around this door frame, you just see this veil of darkness from within.
So there's something else through the door frame that if we go around it, we will not get to.
Let me be clear. Yes, basically. You go behind the door frame and it's still just a door frame. You can stand on either side of it, but it is a portal-like door frame.
I know where the ghosts came from.
Yeah.
Some would say a trans-dimensional door frame.
Yeah, I was just going to say, maybe we should block up that door that we just smashed open.
What? What do you mean? Oh, but it's broken.
Capital B.
Yes, but there are overturned desks and things that we could use to block it back up because we
From
just...
a ghost?
I mean...
Loot the room first.
Worry
about, non-existent dangers after.
Well, not non-existent. I'm looking back into the call center. Is there any activity from the ghostly telemarketers.
A few of them are looking in your direction.
Yeah, we need
but
to
not
leave.
doing anything. They're not doing anything.
All right. Yeah, we will get stuck with transdimensional stuff from being around here.
Can I make a knowledge roll before we leave?
On?
The portal.
In general?
A Numenera knowledge roll. Do you understand it?
Sure. This is going to be difficulty 8.
Well,
I still have the book. Can I have your book again?
You got the book, and if Horatius helps, that's 2.
Yeah.
So
Down to difficulty 6, which would need a natural 18 or higher.
So it starts at 8. I have understanding Numenera. Book is 1. Horatius is 5.
Yes, now it's difficulty 5.
Yep.
And if you want, you could spend mental.
Nope.
No?
Okay. You don't know anything about this at all.
Yeah, it's not in the book.
I think the ghost alarm center might be our best shot. Can we grab anything loose and then book it back out?
Yes, if you want to salvage quickly before leaving. Okay.
Think so. Though
Yeah.
I'm a little worried at what that does with the go.
I don't think I can help because I'm flipping through the book.
Okay, cool. I will accept, I think, either a speed or intellect roll from you, Azure.
In this case, speed, because I have no idea what I'm looking for. I'm just, this could be useful.
Okay.
Maybe.
Figure out what's useful later. You grab first.
Just grab stuff, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Excellent. Please, difficulty. There's a lot of stuff here, so I think it'll be just difficulty 4.
Okay. I think the other 2 are occupied. Killian, any interest in helping, or am I going this one alone?
Or are you playing lookout?
Yeah, playing lookout's a good call too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have a potentially really bad idea that I might enact if things go horrible here.
Okay.
I want to throw a skull through the portal just to see what happens.
Well, that's half my plan.
Is it on?
Right.
There's a veil of darkness in the doorway.
Oh, okay.
Well,
so it's on.
People have terrible plans. I'm going to loot the room.
Okay.
1 level of effort to put it down to 3. We'll see if I get anything.
Okay.
17.
Please roll 2d20.
15 and 1.
You find.
Boy, am I glad. 1s don't count here.
16. I almost said script. That's a different thing.
16 shins.
Craft your script.
Yes.
You pull wallets out from behind a couple of the skeletons.
Basically, yeah. You open up a computer panel and start taking like motherboards and stuff like that, and just like this looks.
The GPU shortage is still in the future.
Yep. That's
a 660.
Entities from other dimensions have come hoping to find up newer graphics cards.
The Bitcoin miners are at it interdimensionally.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, you find that. You know that if you took more time, there would be a lot more there. But,
okay.
Meanwhile, I think for now you're watching, and yeah, you still see some of those the like 2 or 3 closest call center ghosts have like stopped doing calls and are just like looking in the direction of the door, not at you specifically, but if you move left and right, their heads aren't following you or anything like that. They're just looking in the direction of the broken down door, and just sitting there.
I'm gonna start just mumbling things about productivity, get back to work, things that they would expect to hear from their manager. If that does anything. But other than that, I'm just gonna keep an eye on what's going on. And
okay.
and let everyone else know that there's activity, but it's not bail time quite yet.
I think we get out of there.
You leave?
I mean, we could take more time.
Continue to scavenge for another round? Like, re-rolling that over and over again seems
It
silly.
wouldn't be a round. That was your one and only roll to scavenge quickly. That is all you'll find if you scavenge quickly. If you spend, like, minutes you're scavenging, you'll find more.
I don't think we can risk it.
Here's the thing. We find ciphers. They're random. So the chance of it being a trans-dimensional thing is real.
I think
they were attracted to trans-dimensional energy, so I'm wondering if that thing's radiating energy. I don't want that on us.
Yeah, I don't think we could afford it. I know. I can only. I'm gonna get stabbed by ghosts. I can't do it.
Back to the bees.
On the bright side, that might not be might damage.
Oh, goody.
Do we want to check that shaft to see if there's a more direct way down?
Yeah, there is the elevator shaft in here that we could go down.
Yeah.
Can I open the doors?
I feel like it's been about an hour. I'd say it's time to head back down.
It's not clear how, but when you go up to the elevator, it seems to be powered.
Oh.
You see a light with like a well, it probably says like S or something. It has a letter on it.
So here's my argument against going back anywhere. This seems to be a cumulative effect from the doorway affecting those things in the other room. If we leave and come back, they might be agitated.
Yeah. Elevator? Elevator?
Yeah. The elevator opens.
Bing boom.
What's inside of it?
It's empty.
Okay.
It's dusty and old, but it doesn't look like anyone's literally died in it recently.
Recently?
Any movement from the ghosts on the elevator?
I stage whisper to Killian to run to the elevator.
And there is one button on the elevator.
It says death. Oh.
It doesn't have an arrow on it.
Whatever. Killian!
Yeah, I'm gonna get in the elevator.
Yeah, I think we all.
Everyone thinks it's a good idea.
God. Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
If I throw something at the portal before we go down, will I get XP?
I will not tell you that in advance.
If we're gonna throw something at the portal, can I grab? Like, my really shitty plan, if things went south, was to grab the chirp bot, berate it to the point that it got real nervous. You know, talk about its college loans, whatever really annoys it.
Yeah,
and like throw it through the portal.
Your girlfriend never loved you, and that's why she broke up with you.
I was just gonna pick up like any scrap of junk and throw it at the portal before we left.
I don't think we want to activate that portal. I think it'll trigger whatever.
Yeah, but XP.
Roll the elevator.
I have done stupider things for that, I admit.
Slowly pushing the button. If you're throwing, throw now.
I throw it before I run into the elevator.
Okay, like a just piece of debris or a skull?
Like a skull, yeah.
Okay. The skull, like, goes into the portal and vanishes into it, and nothing else happens.
The ghosts doing anything?
Well, you can't see the ghost from the elevator.
Yeah, now we can't see.
Nope.
Push the button.
In the elevator.
Push the button, the elevator closes, and it starts going up.
No!
Wait, how?
That's a very good question. It doesn't have windows.
Wonkavator.
No, I'm worried about how because it's cement.
Different shaft.
It's not the same shaft.
You are in the same building.
Oh,
Wait.
Okay,
So the elevator, yeah, you feel yourself moving up. What do you do?
Ride the elevator.
It sounds like you were going to do something.
Listen to the music, like.
I would like to punch a window through the elevator.
I was gonna say, can we get like on top of the elevator? Like, there's always a like emergency.
Like,
no. I'm worried we're moving through solid like walls right now somehow. Can we like investigate this elevator?
I want to make a window.
Let's start with the window making. As you punch a hole in the elevator.
breach the containment of whatever we're in.
This will be
Eldritch
difficulty
horrors pour through the cracks.
5 as well.
Can we hinder other people's rolls? And
Yes.
would
You
that make
can.
him?
It'll
Would
make it harder.
fail without like?
Okay, if people start trying
Failing
to hinder me,
hasn't usually made bad things happen.
Okay. If people are trying to hinder me, I'm not going to do it. Like I'll say fine, I won't punch a hole in the elevator.
Let's just see where this goes, and then on our way back down, you could punch a hole.
If this elevator goes down,
There's a ding. And the elevator opens up. And you all peer out the doors. And
it's gonna be this guy's apartment.
Yeah,
no,
I'm waiting for
it is not this guy's apartment.
Is it the hallway right outside?
No. You
Bees!
find yourself in the checkout department of a department store.
Are we there? Is it a familiar department store?
It is, though from a very different angle. And
nice.
in a different building.
Shortcut, baby!
Where?
We're at the nest.
Screech's nest.
Here!
I want to light a bunch of torches.
In the checkout aisle ahead of you are several skeletons who look like they died long ago. And 2 humanoid figures, not flock. They look robotic. And they are turned facing away from you, into, they're facing the actual checkout aisles themselves, and that's also where most of the skeletons are. It were through and in the aisles.
To push the button again.
Wait.
If you put your hand in the door, the elevator stops and opens again, like a normal elevator would.
We can go back to town with all the money we found, buy guns?
I mean, how much money have we found?
For a gun?
I don't know how much a gun costs. I'm broke.
You have 20 bucks.
Money.
You have gotten phenomenally low rolls to scavenge in general. Actually,
We got 20 bucks. Guns are 500. No, we're not going back to buy pop. No, we're just going back down. We push the button again.
And door. If we found their nest, let's at least do a little bit of damage before we leave. Okay?
Fine, shoot the robot. We go down.
No, not shoot the robot. The last robot we saw, we led into town. I'm curious to know what these ones are.
Oh yeah, these guys might help us out.
Do they look at the same as Sec?
No,
these
they look fairly Sec was a humanoid shape, but sort of bug-like alien appearance, kind of. This looks like a metal human.
The Terminator.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Can I flip through my book and see if there are metal humans listed in my book?
Absolutely. Difficulty will be 4.
I would like to assist.
Okay, so that puts it back down to 4.
Well, the book puts it down to 4.
Right.
The assistance.
But I also am hindered with knowledge-based tasks.
Well, it starts at 4. Your hindering brings it to 5.
Book down to 4.
Brings it to 4. Your
Then the
skill
help.
brings to 4.
3.
My help brings to 2.
Okay.
Difficulty 2.
I will spend the effort on this because it's only 2 from my intellect pool.
Okay.
So it's now at 1.
Yep. Just need a 3.
Aha! A 5.
That effort did it. Okay. So you see in your book there are rumors of automatons that the ancient world used to build and use to protect their belongings, and that if anyone these automatons were ruthless to those that they believed were stealing their belongings. The bad news is that they will probably shoot to kill you if they believe you have stolen any of the stuff that they are sworn to protect. The good news is, given that they are in the department store, it's likely to be stuff from the department store that counts, which you have not taken any of. So you can walk in just fine and pass them. Just don't shoplift.
Leave with anything, yeah.
We're gonna shoplift. We need to go.
So these are RoboCops. We can maybe do some damage to the flock nest and then come back here.
That makes sense to
Going.
me. It's not like the flock would have not stolen. So the Robocops will probably shoot to kill the flock if they follow us back here.
I love that the plan to kill the flock is make the ID tag detector go off when they're leaving the store.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's an interesting way of doing things. Like, how much room to maneuver is between, like,
it's a department
as you
store
come out of the elevator?
Yeah. Oh, it's like a department store checkout. So it's like long and wide. You have a pretty good amount of space.
So if there was something to go down here, we would have ample room to maneuver around.
Yes.
And
next to it is a second elevator and 2 escalators as you step out, all of which seem to be blocked in with more concrete.
Can we mark the one that's actually working?
Absolutely. Yes.
This is so bad. This is literally a Wonka elevator, and we're just gonna show up in different blank elevator shafts.
Actually, can we just put something in the door so it doesn't shut before we leave it?
You can, but it'll beep and just annoy you all the time. But just keep, like, it'll be beep, something's
I
in the
don't
elevator,
care
and then
about
just
annoying.
keep beeping in the flock base. As a reminder, there are flock nearby, and it will keep beeping.
Yeah.
It's currently beeping.
It is actually
Yeah, but
likely.
we've trained them to ignore beeping by this
have.
point.
It's been like an hour out of the 3. But yes.
No, we napped for an hour.
Oh, you're right, you napped. It's been 2 hours then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, let's put something in the door.
Okay.
wait a minute, the door of this elevator? Like,
Yeah.
But that's the same thing that, I mean, Horatius just put his arm in the door and the door stayed open and the elevator didn't go anywhere.
Yes.
So if we
Marissa
put
wants to
something
keep
there,
it here so that when you walk out, it stays open.
Oh, so that
So
you want the carriage of the elevator to stay here.
Exactly.
We're not riding
So
it
that
back down.
doesn't.
Okay.
If we have to, book it back to the elevator and get out quick, it's not, we're waiting for the elevator, or the thing has mysteriously dimensionally traveled to somewhere else, because I trust this thing not at all.
This is definitely a dimensional elevator. If we go back to that ghost room, we're fucked.
Seems fair enough. Given that, just to be on the safe side, is there anything non-store inventory related I can pick up just to make sure that we're still corporeal if there's some transdimensional nonsense going on?
In here, I don't think anything is necessarily safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we can touch walls and everything else. We're not phasing or any
You're not phasing.
weird shit.
You're not experiencing symptoms of transdimensionalitis.
I want to pull a rock or something and shove it under the door.
Okay.
As I huff and I puff about the fact we're not just going back downstairs.
So what do you do?
I don't think this is like an up and down elevator. I think it's a open door elevator.
So
we don't know that because we only pushed the button once.
Right.
Are we going after the flock then? Is that our issue here?
Let's go after the flock, yeah.
Let's hit them
if
while
we
we
don't
can.
manage to finish them off at least right now, let's
we can run back here.
Put some booby traps around the place and
Okay, so going over the potential problems. They have ranged weapons, far ranged weapons. Their leader has a Dune-like shield that he's wearing. There are a lot of them.
But we also know he sends a raiding
doing
party out.
Stealth ambush. One by one, take a couple of them down.
Do you stealth ambush?
I mean,
are you a ninja? I'm a shark.
Well, it could be less
than a ninja.
Less stealth, ambush, and more wreck their shit. Like you could set fires, you could knock down some walls, Finley, knock down those towers they had.
If we stick a
If
bunch
you'd
of
like-
torches on that moving cart, we can just chuck it through the base and see if it can light anything.
If you'd like, I can re-describe the layout of the department store.
Yes, please.
Because now you have a
Yeah,
different
'cause-
perspective, because now you can honestly see more than you could before. So the checkout aisle, like, there's multiple floors to the department store, but as I said, they have, like, open ends of the floor leading and looking down on the other entrance. The same thing on this side, but they don't have watchtower set to this side. You can see around and past some of the aisles. You can now spot what used to be escalators and are now depowered, so they're just stairs up to the second and third floor that make up the other floors.
So we're
So you
still
could
on
go
the
up
bottom
to there.
floor.
You're still on the bottom floor, yes.
Okay.
But you can now see the access way to the second and third floor.
I think this is why that elevator shaft was filled with concrete.
But that's a completely different building.
Yeah,
Which-
we've gone to different buildings by just going.
Yeah, but they poured the concrete to prevent this from appearing.
You might be right.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that makes sense. That's an awful lot of resources to devote to.
Yeah.
Say, we keep pushing the button till we find someone we can shoot from the elevator.
Well, we could just go up the escalator
He's
real
gonna
quick.
live in
hit
the
them
elevator
from...
now.
Yes!
The elevator is our campsite now.
This is just quantum leap in an elevator. Each time we press the button, we're hoping to get home.
Well, why don't we go up the escalator, go from the top where they were shooting us before, but then now we'll be right on top of them.
Honestly, I say we push the button one more time just to see what it does. If it's only going between 2 points, we come back here, we kill all the birds.
But if it's
Never-
not going between
if
2
it's
points, we're not going to know where we're at.
Amazing chance.
Well, I'm sorry.
right-
We get XP for finding stuff, not for murder.
In
But
this
we
case,
find stuff
get
on their
murder.
corpses.
And in this case, if we murder the boss, we do get XP for murder.
I'm not even saying we need to have a prolonged fight. We could just literally hit them once or twice, set fires to the nest, and then run back and hit the button.
All right.
That's
You have
my
a
goal.
literal hand grenade that's floating around following you. You could use that too.
We could also use that right now.
That's fine. Give it a whirl.
So what do you
Listen, short adventure in and out.
do? What do you
Do
do?
we want to head to the third floor?
Let's not change floors. Why do you want to change floors?
Because then if they're shooting at us, we're next to them at least. We can run down.
Do we see any A, flock, or B, flammable things from where we are?
Make a perception check. In this case, it would be intellect, perception skill, which you do not have, I think. But I could be
No.
wrong.
I'd like to
difficulty
assist
4.
with. I would like to assist with danger sense.
Okay, then that down to the difficulty to 2.
Okay. I'll just straight roll a 2 then. And fail.
You see none.
Good. That means a lot.
The elevator keeps beeping.
Let's at least get out of direct range of the
Yeah.
elevator.
I don't think it's stranded here, though.
But at least from here, we know the way back to where we just got from, right?
I'm
Like
pretty
if we
sure
hit
I
the button,
broke some. I'm pretty sure I broke something and set a bomb in between here and there.
right? But we know where those are. If we
I'm
hit
pretty
the
sure
button
I'm
again,
pretty sure I literally took down the bridge.
no, I don't think you did.
No.
We talked about it, and it was like too structural, and we decided not to do it because I thought it was like a wooden like suspension bridge.
Yeah, we did say that's our only way back and
Yeah.
decided against that. The
I'm
problem
at
is
least
we
going
don't
to skulk
have.
away from the door. The
Mm.
beeping elevator.
Okay. So you're all sort of... Are you splitting up then? Or are you all skulking up towards the stair escalators?
I mean, if they're moving towards the stair escalators, I'm not going to split the party. but I'm not in favor of this plan, just so you're all
Right.
aware. And I have a teleporter and it's light in here. So if you guys fuck up, you are on your own.
How about we send the nano to scout and we decide after that?
I mean, theoretically, he could be attracted to Screech. Theoretically. If that's a cipher giving him the shield.
Probably not a cipher. It's probably something bigger than a cipher.
Does robbing corpses count as scavenging ciphers? Because he's probably been doing a lot of that.
Surprisingly, yes, it can if the loot table has ciphers in it.
Then can you send the bot to go see if you can find where he is?
You've established it can't understand you.
It's like
Oh,
push
right.
it forward.
You could try something that would either bypass or overcome that, but yeah.
Really need that 10-hour rest because I need to reset my flex skill to something more useful.
Mm.
If it does quantum leap the elevator, we could just 10-hour rest and take turns pushing the button.
10 hours just...
Yeah, we do a watch order, but all you're doing is hitting the button.
Okay, where is the middle ground? We're having minor fire setting and just leave immediately. We didn't see anything that allowed us to actually set the fires. That might mean leave immediately wins.
I was just gonna say we don't have the equipment to like booby trap or anything like that, and that's really our issue. Like we can respond to violence, but only by putting ourselves in harm's way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Thank you. Push the button.
Take the stuff out of the way of the elevator, and you push the button, the door closes, you feel yourself going down. And after a bit, you come to a stop, the elevator door opens, and you're back in the destroyed lab room.
All right, I'm gonna do the dumb thing. I'm gonna go stick my head in that fucking...
Stick your head in the portal?
Yep.
I'm gonna go check to see if the ghosts were annoyed by chucking the thing through the portal first.
Okay. First you said, so you scramble over to there.
Yeah.
Well, that's not like you can really stall. You can walk out there, and we can see how the order of operations goes.
Then let's start with the sticking your head through the portal thing and what you see.
That means that there is definitely a reaction. Good.
You see, you stick your head through the portal, and it is, despite everything being dark, it isn't dark inside wherever you are. You find yourself in, or your head. You're looking.
Inside of a tree filled with little elves and baking cookies.
No.
The elves have knives. There is blood around their lips.
No, you find yourself on an bridge made of seemed to have been carved out of a singular solid stone. It goes about 50 feet ahead, a long distance ahead, before you see another portal. Similar to the door frame of metal you saw, but this time made of stone. The same one that you're poking your head out of, and they seem to, instead, they have a white veil around them, both the one that you're sticking your head through from this side and the one on the other side.
Endless darkness if you fall off the bridge?
You don't see anything beyond endless darkness if you fall off the bridge. The bridge is about 10 feet wide. You see more bridges, though, to your left and right, probably dozens of them, being illuminated. But they're like a very long distance away, basically, each of them. Standing in the center of the bridge is a 10-foot tall, suit of armor looking mechanoid thing.
Hmm.
Yep.
So there's the dimension of doors?
I was looking for Ogier. Let's see. Shit. All right, I'll pull my head back out and be like, there's a metal centurion in the middle of nothing. Just a bunch of bridges and other portals. I don't expect you to get the reference, but it's very Escher in there.
Oh, and you also see in the center of the suit of armor is a pool of swirling darkness that the armor itself seems to fade into.
Right. Pool of swirling darkness. That's always a good sign.
Hold.
So, what are the ghosts doing?
Looking at the door and doing nothing else. They haven't changed.
Just a couple of them?
Or that's what I would say, except for the GM intrusion I'd like to offer you. You know that,
Wait, what do you...
Azure,
Right.
I'd like to offer you XP because those computer motherboards that you ripped before, the 16 shins, I always mix them up, worth of currency that you got. They've been in here for a long time, so if anything would be imbued with transdimensional energy, it would be them.
Literal quantum computing.
So my GM intrusion is, they were doing nothing until you checked on them.
I would like to add a suggestion.
Yes.
If you take it, would that make the worth of those computers skyrocket?
Only if you could find the right buyer.
I don't think it's worth a call center full of ghosts coming after us.
So essentially, they would suddenly notice us.
Yes.
And the only way we can get out.
The only way out is the way I want to go.
No, please. No, because we have to come back through here. We have to come back through here. I will give you XP if you just say no and we can loot this room.
Cannot do that, unfortunately, Jordan. Not by itself.
Well, next intrusion I will give you XP. I will owe you 1 XP, please.
I'm not going to work with deals like that because that just throws the game off.
We have to come back through here, though.
We really, though?
We do.
Do you think we're going to survive?
No, that's why I say we press the button and leave.
Well, we have to come back through here because we found the rope that the other people took down, remember? Either way, we have to come back through here.
I take the intrusion and then leave the stuff. Are we good?
No, because they're attracted to the things.
Yes, and leave the things.
But if you leave them there, we can't come back.
I don't think you know that, even with the previous knowledge check.
Okay.
As we don't know that it's the stuff that you have that's pulling them, that will be pulling them towards you, theoretically.
Yeah. It might be the stuff they have that makes them notice you, and then they care about you. But it might be that they only care about the stuff. You don't know.
Metal Centurion, Army of Angry Ghosts.
Yeah, I'm taking the XP.
Bird Nest.
No!
I'm handing the extra XP to our Kool-Aid Shark because they have been doing tons of work with opening the doors.
Yep. Okay.
So, what do I see then?
So, they are... So you check on the room and they're just like, yeah, standing there and doing nothing, and then you're about to call out, like, I think we're good, and then you hear the sound of, like, a chair moving back as someone gets up from it, which is not heard before, and then another one, and then another one, and the creatures start walking towards you. Shambling, one might say.
Never mind, we're not good. Into the elevator.
And you can... Hold on. Yeah, you can get away from them. I won't do combat because if you're running, you can run, and you will get away, even if we did initiative. But you do see, as they are shambling towards you, all of their hands seem to grow and morph into and grow long, sharp, curved claws.
Wow. Telemarketers, didn't know they were like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Back in the
that's
elevator.
true nature.
Mhm.
You get in the elevator. You press the button. Yeah, the creatures don't seem to move that quickly, which is good, even though there are many of them. And the elevator closes before you see them enter the room.
Well, at least we could probably get from the elevator door to the portal before they descend on us next time, maybe.
That's this is very bad. I like how I my headcanon is this is the music that just played.
After a few minutes, maybe a minute, the elevator door opens again and you're back in the department store.
So we have to go either through a nest of flock or telemarketer ghosts.
I know I can kill a bird.
Okay, let's kill
Yeah.
birds.
Sneak through the nest, see if we can get through and maybe disable their checkpoint on the way out.
Okay. Where are you sneaking to? Are you sneaking up the stairs like mentioned before? Got to try to get to the top floor?
Honestly, do we want to move on
Probably.
to the next thing? Because we're at, like, how much is the...
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
or
like
like
10
1
minutes
stealth.
before.
Yeah, I figured
Yeah.
we'd get prepared to fight, and then...
Oh, so we're not even... We're just throwing away the notion we could avoid a fight.
I'm not
well,
exactly
I don't
avoid-
know. I don't know if you're avoiding a fight. I thought you were just going to prepare to ambush and then fight from ambush.
I'm not really aiming for a fight. I'm aiming let's sneak through and get through it back to town. Then we can
Oh, I
basically
understand.
Start
Okay.
again.
So you just want to...
If we see any opportunities on the way, of course, sabotage. But until
Okay.
then,
Cool. That will be... difficulty 7. They have watchtowers specifically set up to see the entrance you're trying to sneak through.
yeah. So you
Looks like well, I'd rather fight from a position of power.
That's just whether or not they see you at all, as a heads up. Not if you can just... they see you and you say get away.
sneak to the watchtower and then chuck the orb at it.
Possible. If
I'm
we
pretty
were
sure
to
the-
try to stealth through, is it individual rolls or is there a group check that we can do?
I was just planning to do one roll. Someone leads the stealth, basically.
Yeah.
Can I use danger sense as a dowsing rod to help us navigate this?
I would actually
That
say
makes
yes.
sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm trained in stealth tasks, so
Okay. I will help with the danger
Then
with.
I will help our stealthy cryptid.
Okay. So 7 down to 6 from the training, down to 4 from the help. Anything else?
Maybe throw away the beeping thing.
That's. I'm hesitant to do that because there's a GM intrusion that I could get some XP on, possibly.
In which case, 4?
I was considering offering one. I just did recently offer one, but yeah, let's go with it. I will offer you a GM intrusion, Killian. That your chirping beeping will of your companion. It's probably like sees something that seems to be completely mundane to you, like literally a old rotted bag of potato chips, and just starts like beeping and chirping, and you have to pull it away from it, adding +2 difficulty to the stealth check.
Back to 6.
Back to 6.
If you accept it.
I can get that down to 5. I've already got 2 assets, so vanishing wouldn't do anything. Yeah, I'll bring it down to 5 with effort.
So you accept then?
Yeah.
Okay. Who gets the other XP?
I will throw it at Horatius.
Okay.
And really nothing else I can do. Okay, yep. Challenge rating 5. Haha! 18.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, there's a moment when you pull the robot orb thing away from the potato chips, where you hear like a distant, like the watchtower, one of the watchtowers from above, like, what was that? And this whole
Who
place,
goes there?
yeah, this whole place is actually somewhat lit up. It does have power, so it's not. That also makes it is what has made it so hard to sneak. But yeah, you see them from the watchtower looking in that direction, but you hide behind like a specialty aisle that used to have like a bunch. It's a bunch of like shorter, waist-high shelves in the produce section and stuff like that.
Just
That's always the entrance.
because it might be a thing, and because this thing was enamored by them, I'm taking the potato chips. Like,
perfect.
Of course I would. This thing's a cipher sniffer type of thing. Why wouldn't you take the potato chips?
Yep. Excellent.
Must have been the wind.
I think one of them says that, and the other one's like, "What are you talking about? There's no wind here. We're inside. You need to get out more." But yeah, no, they
Don't go outside. I took that arrow in the knee.
took an arrow to the wing. I haven't flown since. Yeah, no, you are able to sneak your way past. You can see that your robotic crab friend, as you leave, is no longer there. It's very likely they caught him already and were on alert. But you manage to hide as you get out to the food court, and then are able to also duck behind some of the tables and behind into some of the restaurant stalls as a group of raiders return from the direction of Scrap. And you hide from them as they walk back into the department store.
Many.
How do they look?
Is this a great time for an ambush?
Do not look very beat up. They are holding loot. Various
cyber goat hanging from a pole that two of them are carrying.
Not that degree, but you probably do recognize some of the specific wares from Milk's shop that they have in a bag now.
How many of them are there?
I think I described either 4 or 6, somewhere between that number. Not an easy fight.
And there's more inside the base.
You're in the food court now.
The base isn't within distance.
Oh, we're in the food court?
And they don't have
we're in the food court.
necessarily guns anymore. Then
yeah, they might be out of ammo.
And they would be at least a bit beat up, if not a lot.
Is there surprise in this game?
There is not. But I would probably just, give it to you in this case.
Yeah, there's probably, if you do something to surprise them, it might ease the test.
Yeah.
I think if we're going to hit them, we hit them now, or we don't at all.
I agree that we hit them now, but probably next session.
Oh, it will be next session.
Yeah, so we say, we attack.
And there's, a video game alert sound as we notice something from Milk's shop.
Yes. Yeah. I was gonna buy that!
No, we have to save Milk's goods!
Or we take Milk's goods for ourselves!
No, you always want to build up goodwill with the vendors. That way they give you discount.
We only found half of your stuff. Shut up, half. We only found half.
All right, we'll end the session with that, with you preparing to ambush them. Well, that was a good session. So, in terms of XP/discoveries, you discovered the nature of the automatons by the checkout aisle. That is a discovery.
Nice.
Worth 1?
Yes, every discovery is 1 XP for the whole party.
Okay.
You
the elevator.
Discovered the
elevator shortcut.
The elevator's definitely 1.
The portal.
Ghost bees.
The portal.
I don't think the portal counts as 1 yet because no rolls have been made to understand it that were successful, and no one has gone to the other side of it yet. If either one of those were fulfilled, that'd probably count.
I mean,
The ghost call center or bees?
The ghost of the call center is one. The bees are a potential one, but instead of trying to understand them or defeat them,
We
just ran, so no.
Yeah. Can a discovery of how much of an asshole Horatius is?
I think that's a character
Or
goal.
Self-discovery.
The second base of Flock?
I don't think that's a Numenera-esque discovery. In fact, that is something that wasn't supposed to be that
the
hard
ball.
to find out.
The silly
The ball.
Mm-hmm.
The orb.
Which we made rolls to
I made
We
a
made
roll
rolls
about
to
him.
understand it.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it's significant enough to count as a discovery in this case. I think I'm gonna go with no for that one.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it would actually be determined by how prevalent these things are, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, there were more of them, but they're all different.
They're all different. While they act randomly, they tend to be benign.
Is it something that we would have potentially come across before? Honestly, I mean, are they prevalent enough that anyone that dives these things would know of them?
Yeah, it's like an urban legend not an urban legend, but it's like everyone has a story from one time where they saw one of them kind of thing. So, it's
okay.
Not that rare.
3.
I'd say 3.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have enough to level up again or do an advancement again.
Yep.
I think that's the point. I think you're supposed to be getting about an advancement a session. Seems to be
ish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it really just depends on how hard you push on understanding things.
Yeah. And you guys did push a lot more this session.
Yeah, because we learned, because this is session, full session 2, right?
Yes, this is 2.5.
So we definitely learned after the first one where it's, now we know, just chew the scenery and you level up.
Basically. Which we'll talk about when we review the game, because it's very interesting as to how much it relies on the GM, in a way.
Mm.
It's also interesting how you definitely build your character to be good at a thing.
Or a couple
things, I can't
things,
do the scenery or themes, but at least I can keep you guys safe most of the time, sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Very good at chewing the scenery. I can get into places and I can explore them.
You can also literally chew the scenery in this case.
Yes.
Okay. Then I think we are good. Marissa and I will be unavailable next 2 weeks. I think so. Hold on. We have a schedule because we have a holiday schedule.
I am definitely available on unavailable on the 26th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a given.
Yep.
Yes. No, that's same here. Okay, we are probably unavailable, but not definitely unavailable next week on the 19th.
Okay.
But probably will.
Next week is to be determined. Week after is no.
Mm.
Week after
what
that
about the second?
Is a probably yes. We'll probably be available. That'll be the second.
No, the second. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if we need to push it, honestly, I'm off. My restaurant's just closed the first week.
I have family visiting that I haven't seen in years, so that would be a priority. Not on that week. What I meant is during the holidays.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on a plane trip on the 26th. I'm just unavailable.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So we'll probably be back next. We'll possibly be back next week. We'll figure it out. And
if not, in the new year,
we'll be back to see. We'll get our roast turkey in game.
Yay!
A roast flock.
Yep.
The one person I taught a Christmas carol to is dead.
True. True.
We'll see if we can count on that number between 4 and 6.
R.I.P. Thunk.
Yep. I mean, he served his purpose.
Yeah.
He really did, yeah.
Well, let's see how many there are now.
We
so
hardly
don't forget.
knew ye.
Actually, hold on. Before we go, roll a d3 plus 1. No, that's not how it goes. 4, 5, 6. d3 plus 2?
Yeah.
Yes. No, d3 plus 3. d3 plus 3 is how that goes. Someone roll a d3 plus 3. And then that will be...
What are we rolling for?
Number of
Yeah.
flock.
Number of birds.
Oh, number of birds.
Ah.
Lower is better.
Yes.
Oh,
God
damn it.
Damn it. Max birds.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, can we spend an XP to re-roll that?
No,
No.
Actually,
that's
yeah.
how many,
No.
that's how many birds.
This is not a task roll. This is just a roll.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll be back eventually. Bye.
Onward.
Bye.